All right, so you guys are walking all over my segment here with this information. I got to rewrite it now, but I'm just gonna roll with it. You're stealing my thunder here. Hey, first of all, I want to say, people say 3 and out, that's okay. That's not okay. I don't care. When your offense takes the field, 3 and out is not okay unless you run the clock out. That's just the end. Okay, so almost under those circumstances, am I okay with 3 and out? I'm gonna tell you this here. Okay, so yeah, hey, that first drive against this defense was embarrassing. I mean, they took the ball and they drove it down our throat. They ran the ball on us. They passed the ball on us. By the way, I don't think anybody is afraid to run on us anymore. 6 weeks ago, we had number 1 run defense in the NFL. We're still number 2 as far as the run defense goes. But even yesterday, on a team that wasn't throwing the ball very well, 219 yards, they only ran the ball. They did get 100 yards rushing against us yesterday. We continued, man. It's like people look for me to say something different every week, but the fact of the matter is that we continue to have problems containing on that defensive line. I'm sitting here watching Tyron crashed in on multiple plays. I get it. The sack's a good play, but the fact of the matter is, and I would love to sit down and talk to Todd Bowles about this to find out if that's what he's supposed to be doing. That's how it's drawn up, because it doesn't seem like it's working great to me. Or is he just getting sucked in as in the moment, and he's crashing down, and then guys are going around him. 2 of the 3 top tacklers on this team were defensive backs. Same as last week, by the way. Again, defensive backs, not linemen, not linebackers, but it was a matter of fact, number 1 tackler this week, same number 1 tackler as last week. Our safety, Winfield.
Wow, so that's bad.
Dude, when your last line of defense, that's why they call him a safety. When he's your number 1, tackler, I mean, thank goodness he's good at it. I would love to see, this team, start, making, and some of it has to do with the fact that guys are getting around. They're up to a full head of steam. So before you know it, it only takes 2 steps, and you're at the linebacker level. You take that 3rd step, and they're chasing you. I will say this: we did see some really good defended balls yesterday. We had linebackers, reaching out, stopping balls. We had defensive backs knocking balls down. So I was pretty impressed by that, because that means, first of all, it means they're starting to undercut the routes. And I know it has to do with the players that are available.
Yeah. And so, Chief, really one of those touchdowns that we gave up, the defender was right there. He just didn't hit the ball.
It was just over him.
So, defense reacts. Defense has to react to everything. And when you throw the perfect pass to the receiver who's in position, that's an undefensible play. I mean, the only way you could do that for that man there, the only way he could do it is if he was 6 inches taller, because he was in the perfect position. They're going to score. The object is to, obviously outscore them, and one of the ways you do that is by your defense makes them, score less. So I am excited about this week coming up, though, because, we had a couple starters not play. JPP wasn't in there. Shaq Barrett was not in. Was David?
Levante David did not play.
He did not play. Correct. Again, 3 out of 11 starters. Key plays, 3. I mean, those are Shaq Barrett, Pro Bowler.
Those are starters on every team in the NFL right now. All 3 of those guys will start on any team.
Absolutely. They are game changers, each one of them. And we're going to have, by the way, listen to this. We're going to have our full strength defense, barring COVID or an injury this week, for the first time since week 1. And that didn't last very long, because Sean Murphy-Bunting, went out with that, horrific elbow injury, early in the game.
Ooh, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So, I mean, really and truly, we have not seen everything that this defense can do until they take the field against the Eagles. And I'm excited for that.
What about Nelson, Chief? What did you see out of him, that defense?
Oh, man. So he's a great player to watch, and, he was beating his guys, and he was getting penetration. So he was, and he had a sack right up the middle, if I'm not mistaken, early on. Mm-hmm. That he's impressive for a guy that he's only I can't remember exactly. I think he's 255, something around that. He's one of those guys that I honestly feel could put 20 pounds on, and man, now you've got yourself, just a wrecking ball. So,
well, dude, if he wants to put 20 pounds on, I can show him how to do that. I'm a pro.
Listen, you can. I had a guy come to me one time, and he says to me, "Hey, man, can you help me bulk up?" And I said, "My man, I don't know the first. I do not know the first thing about getting shredded. But if you want to bulk up, you've come to the right guy.
Right place.
My man.
I can definitely help you out with that, man. Definitely help you out. So,
he's 5 sacks on the season for Nelson. That guy, he's got limited playing time.
By the way, was anybody else shocked? Was anybody else shocked to see that this team was third in the NFL in sacks?
No.
Oh, by the way, the Bucks. You thought they were going to win? You thought Vita Vea.
No, he thought we were worse than that.
Oh, no, I thought he thought they were going to be number one. Is that
what you're saying? I thought they were worse.
Oh wow, okay. They just signed Vita Vea to a 4-year extension. Yes. Pretty excited about. And Vita Vea, by the way, was playing yesterday like a man who was happy to get that extension. When he was 1-on-1, he was just just bulldozing people over. That's the only way. That's the best way to describe him, as a bulldozer. When he's taking, when you're double teamed, I don't know that anybody consistently beats a double team, but at least you're taking on taking two guys out of the play. So I'm really happy to see that the Bucks, ponied up and decided to lock him in for 4 more years.
Well, I also think it's smart to do it during a season. We're not, not having to do all of this stuff during the off season, and that's when feelings get hurt, and I'm going to hold out and the whole 9 yards. Hey, just go ahead and take care of these guys, right now. Chief, you said that you were really excited about seeing the defense play this weekend against Philly. On the offensive side of the ball, who's going to play running back?
Oh, Fournette will be back
against Philly. On the offensive side of the ball, who's going to play running back?
Oh, Fournette will be back.